You're watching Psyckadeli TV.
Hi, I'm Magnus from the band Psyckadeli. Today at Psyckadeli TV, I'm going to show you my isolation box. I built this isolation box a couple of years ago because I realized that I found the sound that I wanted from basically from playing with my amplifier. I've actually played and tried out a lot of different stuff. I've had Kemper amps, I've had a couple of Line 6 products, and I've recently actually tried a few pulse response as well, which actually sounds quite okay. But I still dig what I can get from my isolation box because I'm basically playing the gear that I'm using when I'm playing live with my band. The inside of my isolation box is actually a replica of a Randall Isolation Box. I read a lot about this isolation box on the internet, and a lot of people said that they had problems with it being too loud even though it was an isolation box. So I figured that if I copied the Randall Isolation Box and put it in a box with more paddings around it, I would get more good isolation sounds from it. A big difference from the Randall Isolation Box is that I used 2 mics, and also I put a protection for the speaker, because it's not really that rare that the microphone sort of comes off its holder and then sort of starts wobbling down towards the speaker. I mic my isolation box with 2 mics. At the moment I'm using a Shure SM57 and I'm using a Sennheiser E906. This gives me an opportunity to have more of a trebly sound on one of the mics and then more of a bass sound on the other one, and then sort of mix them together and get a full, really full sound in the ending. As you can see here, one of my mics is sort of in an angle within towards the speaker cone, and the other is pretty much straight down. One very important thing using 2 mics is that you have to have the same distance from where the sound comes to when it hits the mic. If you can get a click sound from your speaker and then record that click sound, then within the recording program you could actually see if the click sound gets to the recording program at the same time. So you go into the recording program, you check both the tracks that recorded the different 2 mics. If the mics is straight on the line, then you've nailed it. If it isn't, well, then you could actually end up having some problems with it. Then you have to move the mics, so the one of the mics sort of gets closer or more far away from where the sound starts. But with the click sound you can get really close. Isolation boxes work really well for me. I was actually living in a flat before, and I was actually able to have it within a cabinet in the flat and having the same volume when I was recording as when I was doing rehearsal with my rig. And I found that to be really good. I've actually made a small drawing of the inner box of this isolation box, so you're able to do the whole thing by yourself, and then basically from the padding you get, you will have to calculate the outer shell. Well, that's it for now. If you feel that you found the guitar sound that you want to record, well, then building an Isocab could be a choice for you. If you want to hear some sound sample of something being recorded with this ISO box, then go to www.psyckadeli.com. You can also follow us on Facebook. Thanks for watching and keep up. And yeah, of course, use it for good, not for evil.